Hello, in this Bootstrap 4 video we're going to show you modals. Modals are a really cool dialog prompt within Bootstrap. They allow you to display some information, for example, on, I'll show you them actually live and working. So if we just go to sonarsystems.co.uk, scroll down, these two buttons activate a modal. So if I click on this one, it opens up this little box which just shows you what we're about. So it just has some basic text. But if you click contact us, it's a bit different. It's a input form that allows you to contact us. So it's just a great way of providing information to the user, usually when an event is triggered and it shows it, instead of just cluttering up the interface. Because if we just had this, I don't know, maybe if we had individual sections like this, it will become ridiculously long, especially if we're going to be adding more buttons in the future. So if we just go back to our web page, pretty empty at the moment. Modals are really simple to implement. There are two parts to the modal, at least that's the way we see it, is the modal itself, aka what appeared, and something to trigger it. Most likely it's going to be a button. So let's go and implement that button. So what we're going to do is button type equals button. Needs to have a class. I'm not really going to cover buttons because we have a separate video covering all of that. This is just to get something set up so we can actually trigger modals. Dash toggle equals modal, and now next we just put data dash target equals yeah, there we go. Hash wasn't working, or I was clicking the wrong key. It wasn't the keyboard, it's me. So just put modal name. So this will be the name of the modal, basically the ID, which we'll have to set in a moment. So just remember whatever you put here, area dash hidden equals true. I really fancy a Nesquik milkshake. I haven't had one since, actually I was at uni when I last had one. I'll just let you know my craving for a Nesquik banana or vanilla milkshake. I can't remember which one I used to have. I think it was banana. It might have been vanilla. Plus, I used to just like the smell of the powder as well. It used to smell so nice. But okay, let's actually move on now. I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put open modal, and now we've got our button set up. Now we're just going to code our modal. You can put it wherever you want, but generally, because it's not really part of the container, just put it outside. And it's a good rule of thumb just to put it after all the body's main content, because you're not going to be needing it straight away. It's only when it's being triggered. So to start it off, you need to put a div, and this has a class of modal fade ID equals whatever you put here. So I'll put modal names. I'm going to copy and paste it. Make sure I don't get any errors. Tab index equals -1. Row equals dialog. That's essentially what it is. Now we're going to put area dash labeled by equals, and for this we're just going to put modal name label. You can put whatever you want really. Area dash hidden equals true, and now inside here we're going to need another div, and this has a class of modal dash dialog row equals document, and inside here there's another div. There are quite a lot of divs, but once you got it set up, you can easily just copy and paste it. Plus there'll be a link in the description to the source code from this video, so you can check that out if you can't be bothered to do it, or if you just need a quick reminder. I'm going to put a class modal dash content. You don't really need to worry anything worry your head about what's going on here, because it's all handled by Bootstrap. I'll just let you know where to basically start putting your content. So first of all, you just got a bit of setting up to do, which is what we're doing now. Again, we just need another div. Are these divs ever gonna end? Hopefully very soon. Modal-header. Inside here, we're gonna have a, nope, not a div. We're gonna have a button, and this is gonna be, if I just open up the Sonar Systems website, it's gonna be this little X right here, because you can click off it, click outside of it, or you can click the X to close it. And for this, put button type equals button class equals close. This is all built in Bootstrap, so we don't need to worry about this. I'm gonna put data dash dismiss equals modal area dash label, not equals, dash label equals close. And in here we are going to put a couple of spans. So for the first span, I'm gonna have a Butterfingers today, area dash hidden equals true. And for this we need ampersand times semicolon. Don't worry, this won't appear, the actual X will appear itself. Span, and the final one is for screen recorders, so put class equals sr dash only, and in here we're going to put close. And now outside of the button we're going to put the modal title. Because if we just go back to our website, click it, as you can see the button and the title are within the same section. They don't have to be, you can put them wherever you want. It is very flexible, but it's going to keep a general format because it looks very good. It's going to put H4. Again, don't have to put H4, you can put really whatever you want. But H4 looks pretty sweet. So I'm going to put class equals modal dash title id equals, and for the ID I'm going to get the area labeled by, so this is what we're using this for. Copy and paste that here, and we're going to put this as modal. I'm going to put awesome title it is, smiley face. And then outside of this div, basically still within the modal content div, but outside of the header div, I'm going to add another div. The divs are never ending. Class modal dash body, and in here we're just going to put some random text. But before we do that, it's going to finish off the modal, because for the random text I'm just going to Google random text generator. Finally, we're just going to put a footer. You don't have to have a footer, but footers are cool as well. Plus we're going to show you how to do it, and then you can choose if you want to omit it. If you do, just simply remove this div. If you don't want a header, remove this div. If you don't want a body, remove this div. Simple as that. And inside here we're going to have a button, and the button is going to have a type of button, class of btn dash secondary data dash dismiss, too many s's there, equals modal. Basically this one is just going to close the modal, and it's going to copy and paste this to save some time. And then didn't want to do that. This button is simply going to do nothing. We're just going to show you that you can easily add another button, because I'm just going to put the text of extra button, save that. If you go back to our website, click contact us, there you go, we've got a button right here. So this is an extra button. It allows us, or the user, to trigger an event. In this case it's contacting or trying to send us an email, because if I click it, give me a warning saying please fill out all the fields. Field must contain a valid email address. You might be thinking how to do this. This is totally separate. These are alerts which we've covered in a separate video, so go check them out if you're interested. So in the body locks there, we're going to put a random paragraph. A random paragraph generator. See what we get. Yeah, seems okay. The ask degenerates into the sufferer. Yeah, this will be fine. So copy and paste that. Okie dokie, save it. And now if we go back to our web page, refresh, no modal has appeared or is on the page because Bootstrap knows not to basically show it. So if I click open modal, as you can see, our awesome modal has appeared. Got a title, we got some body text. This button does nothing. Click this, closes the modal. Click outside of the modal, closes it. Click within inside it, doesn't close it. Click close the modal, it closes it. It's going to show you a couple more things. I promise there are no more divs anymore. If you want to change the size of it instead of you accessing CSS, there's some built-in classes. So if you just go to the div class modal-dialog and put modal-lg for large. So before I refresh, I'm just going to show you this size. So this is just the regular size. Refresh, click on this. As you can see, this is a larger size. What I'm going to show you is if I were to resize the web browser, modals are responsive, which is really cool. You don't need to add them into a column with X amount of width. And you can also change this to SM, which is the small modal. I'm going to keep it as the normal modal. And finally, maybe you don't want the fade animation, and you can easily remove that by removing the fade class from here. Save it. And before we refresh, if I click it, as you can see, it fades in and it slides down. But if I refresh, click it, it just appears. I personally prefer the fade in version because it's more elegant, looks more professional, doesn't look bland and static. But if you don't want to do that, maybe you want to create your own animation. You can easily do that by removing the fade class. I'm actually going to put it back in there because, like I said, this source code is going to go on GitHub and there will be a link in the description to that, so check that out. Please rate, comment and subscribe, as it really does help keep the content free, plus it also really helps us understand what you like and what you don't like. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on sonarlearning.co.uk/questions.php. There'll be a link in the description to that. And as usual, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day.